Well, guys, it's good to be with you. Michael and Jackson and Carlos, and I'm Stuart, and we are the new MSR English podcast team. So this is exciting. I'm excited to do it with each of you. Before we start talking about our vision and our goals for this year, I think it's just good to talk about all the groundwork that's been laid for the previous seasons and episodes. So this Marriott Student Review podcast has been around for years, and it's continued the motto of connecting the leaders of tomorrow with the issues of today. And a kind of a co-motto is talking about how we measure success and how the leaders of tomorrow are measuring true success. So first of all, I'd like to hear from each of you, maybe starting with you, Michael, and we can go down the road. Just quickly, what's one way that you measure success as a leader of tomorrow?
For sure, as a leader of tomorrow, I think equipping myself with the necessary wisdom, especially like that I gained from listening to this podcast, to be able to understand the different issues that we confront is really helpful in being able to make the right decisions to help us.
I agree. I think as leaders of tomorrow, right now, we're all in school right now. We're all in education. So one way that I measure success is also gaining the right knowledge and the skills and the experience needed to be more prepared to help serve others in the future.
I think for me, a huge part of success is building those human networks that enable us to work together, to build like new projects and to go beyond what we normally be able to do on our own.
That's great. I actually think that the great part of being students right now is that we're looking for those tools to help others. When we focus our education in those things, it changes the way we see things. And this podcast is an opportunity to get to know like real stories of success and actually look for those tools to apply in our lives.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Cool, guys. Seems like we're all kind of aligned on the same idea of really preparing for the future by getting the right tools and experience. So this is going to help others, our listeners. This podcast will help our listeners prepare to be leaders tomorrow by handling the issues of today. So what's our vision? Why should listeners try to listen to our podcast in the future?
Yeah, I think I'm really interested in analyzing like people's stories, like their journeys towards success, how exactly they set themselves up for it, and who they connected with in order to get to where they are now. Because like I was saying before, the networks, that's such an integral part of your personal like success and growth. It's those around.
Yeah, I want to actually listen how they impact lives of others, because I feel that's the way that I measure myself success. It's like, do I really make an impact in other people's life? Because if not, I have to change something.
All right, hello. I'd like to welcome the editing team here today. What were your guys' names?
My name is Hadley Parker. And my name is Grace Nielsen.
All right, so what's your vision for the editing team this semester?
That is a great question. I know for me, I've explained to my friends before what MSR is, and they didn't know about it, so maybe this is prideful, but I would love it if when I said I edit for MSR, they say, wow, that's very prestigious of you. You know what you're doing. You're a real editor. I'd love for people to know what it is.
And then for me, as part of the team, I'm a new team member. I'm really excited to work with Hadley and everyone else. I think it's a great group. And I'm just excited to contribute and to find out more about how we can be impactful editors.
Well, that's awesome. Glad to have you guys on the team. I'm excited to see what you have to offer. What's the, how do you measure success?
I know for me, I feel successful when I've done a job and I feel happy about what I've completed. If I am feeling unsure, I know I'm not successful, I'm missing something. So I kind of go by my emotions on success.
I would say in a similar way, I'm hoping to that our editing pieces and all of our work is impactful, and I think emotions are a product of that and are a good marker of success.
Awesome. Well, thanks you guys. Appreciate it.
It's going to be amazing. Read it, please.
Okay, here I am with the design team of the Marriott Student Review. I'm here with Tiffany and Naomi, and they are new additions here to help us with the design of the Marriott Student Review. So they do cool things like turn our magazines into really great looking content so that it's readable and enjoyable. So, but I want to hear your perspective of the editing, or I want to hear your perspective of the design team of the Marriott Student Review. So, Naomi, I'd love to hear, what's your vision for this year, the design team?
So, as a team, our vision for this upcoming semester is to make sure that the articles written and the data collected is presented in a visually engaging, easy to understand way, so that all of our readers have a positive experience and are drawn to the magazine. And additionally, we're going to work together with the marketing team here at MSR in order to help them with any visuals they might need and brand consistency.
Wonderful. I'm excited to see what you come up with and what you do. We know that, at least on this podcast, a major portion of it is asking our guests how they measure success. So, Tiffany, we'd like to hear how you measure success as a leader of tomorrow.
Yes, so on the design team, we measure success as being able to be fulfilled in our long-term goals and being able to reach achievements and being able to be satisfied with those. In addition, we also feel that we want to be able to make a positive impact on people surrounding us so that our success does not negatively impact anyone in any way.
Wonderful. Thank you. I'm excited to see what the design team does.
Thank you, Stuart.
Bueno, estamos aquí con Brian. Él es parte del equipo que se encarga del podcast en español. Entonces, Brian, ¿cuáles son tus planes para este podcast de este semestre?
Pues la verdad que nosotros queremos que el podcast de español sea la voz en español de la comunidad de BYU. Y el podcast cubre las personas que tienen raíces en la cultura latina, o sea, las personas que tienen esta herencia latina, así como también aquellos que se han incorporado con parte de la cultura aprendiendo el idioma y así. Entonces, simplemente queremos ser esa voz en español de BYU.
Es increíble y me parece algo bastante interesante para tener esta oportunidad en BYU también, de que muchas de las personas que tienen la oportunidad de servir en países de habla hispana tengan también esta oportunidad de conocer un poco más de la cultura. También los que están aprendiendo español puedan saber un poco más de qué es lo que sucede con los alumnos y con las personas que vivimos aquí en Utah, que venimos de culturas hispanas y estamos aquí experimentando, ¿no es cierto?, esta transformación, este cambio de aprender a adaptar nuestra cultura. Y como el podcast es acerca de personas, de historias, de éxito, quiero preguntarte, ¿cómo crees que puedes medir el éxito del podcast en español?
Yo creo que el éxito se va a determinar a través de lograr que podamos establecernos como esa voz en español, que la gente pueda reconocer que hay un lugar para la comunidad hispanohablante en BYU donde ellos pueden venir, participar, hablar, compartir sus historias y sus experiencias y la belleza de la cultura latina.
Eso es lo más importante. Entonces estamos aquí, esperamos que nos escuchen y estamos muy contentos de poder tenerles a todos ustedes en el podcast.
Hey guys, I'd like to welcome Dallin to the podcast. He's our website developer. I was wondering if you'd like to tell us a bit about yourself.
Yeah, of course. My name's Dallin. I'm from California, and I'm super grateful to be here on the MSR team.
Nice. So, what is your vision for the website?
That's a great question. So, my vision for the website is to properly inform students at the Marriott School, people at BYU, and all those who read or listen to MSR with the problems that we're facing and the events that we're taking part of, and to properly inform them and connect, like we say, the leaders of tomorrow with problems of today.
All right, Dallin. So tell us, how do you measure success?
This semester, I'm going to measure success by staying up to date with new technology and clearly portraying our message with those that partake of our content from MSR so that they can be well informed here.
Nice.
Okay, here we are. We have the Marriott Student Review marketing team on our show today. I'm joined here by Lucy and Isabel and Anya. These are actually new recruits, and they're taking on the marketing team for the Marriott Student Review. So first, I just want to ask Anya, what is the vision? What are you hoping to accomplish, and what do you see in the future of the design of the marketing team?
Yes, as a team, we're so excited to further grow the social media. MSR is one of the best kept secrets of BYU, and more students need to know about it. So social media is the best resource for that. We want to advertise all different parts of MSR so that anyone that wants to be involved can be. Our Instagram is Marriott Student Review.
Wonderful. And then the platforms that you have, if you can just remind us what platforms you're on. Or no, scratch that. We know what platform you're on.
Just Instagram.
LinkedIn. What's
Oh, we're on Facebook.
MySpace.
Instagram, and there's also
Should we get
Facebook as well. There's Facebook.
Instagram.
It's mostly Instagram, but we do have Facebook.
Okay. We asked the question.
Wonderful. I love that vision. And could you just remind us what platforms the Marriott Student Review is on there?
Yes. We're mainly on Instagram, but we're also on Facebook and LinkedIn.
Wonderful. So find us on those platforms, and you can be tuned in to what's happening with MSR. So we ask all of our guests the same question: how do you measure success? So I'd like to hear from Isabel and Lucy how you measure success. Let's start with Isabel.
Yeah, the marketing team as a whole, I think how we measure success will be by the connections we establish, and we just want to bring awareness to all aspects of Marriott Student Review. So I think it's how well we can spread that.
Yeah, and it's also pretty easy to measure success on our social media accounts with likes and views and clicks on all of our different posts. So we're hopefully going to get some more action and activity on those accounts.
Wonderful. Thank you, Lucy, Isabel, and Anya, for being on the podcast with us.
Thank you.
So would you like to introduce yourself to the people that is watching us?
Yes, I'm Marietta Richardson,
And I'm Josh Clausen.
and I'm the faculty person that's over Marriott Student Review. And I've been doing this for about 7 years, and I love it. It's the best thing that I've done in academia ever. So it's my favorite thing.
So can you give us a little bit of background on this project, how it started?
Sure. In 2016, President Worthen gave an amazing talk to all the faculty. And in that talk, he specifically asked all of us to inspire learning. And so I was teaching management communication. And so I was thinking, what can I do to inspire learning in this important field? And that's how Marriott Student Review began. So I just felt so strongly that we need to do something very practical. So we have our journal, we have a blog, we have marketing. You've seen all the people that are involved. And it is an opportunity to actually do it, to actually do something. I do want to put in a plug. Since 2017, we have not just here at BYU, but we have over almost 150,000 downloads internationally all over the world. And so our wonderful people that write in our journal and are involved, they get international exposure, not just here at BYU. Matter of fact, I think more people internationally know about us than at BYU, which is kind of sad, but we're hoping that's going to change this semester.
For sure, that's incredible. So can you tell us a little bit about the vision you have for this semester for the journal?
No, yeah, I'd love to speak a little bit about that. You know, it's super exciting. As Dr. R mentioned, we've only been around for 7 years. So there really is a huge opportunity for us to create a bigger foothold here in the Marriott School of Business, which is super exciting. You know, each year we are able to expand our brand and introduce more students to the business school to what Marriott Student Review is. And I think what a huge thing that we are really focusing on this semester is helping to create this to be more of a platform to set students up for future careers and really provide them with opportunities that can propel them forward. This is actually my 3rd year as a part of the Marriott Student Review, which is super exciting. And each year I've had different opportunities to be in leadership or do new tasks that are, I guess, new to me. And it's really been an opportunity for me to grow. And I think what we really want to do is we want to provide this wonderful opportunity to the rest of the students here in the business school. And I think that really means that we're going to try and get more students involved. We want to have a larger class that we can really serve the needs in the school, the Marriott School, and really just get our name out there.
You know, I did want to also ask you quick, Josh, what's the favorite thing that you've done in Marriott Student Review over the time? I'm just curious.
Oh, no, that's a great question. I would say just being able to we do a lot of booths in the Tanner Building and the Wilkinson Center, and those have been incredible opportunities just to show people really what we're working on. Because, I mean, people will see our flyers, they'll see our boards, and they'll be like, what are you guys? And we get an opportunity to tell students what we are, and just that we really are a platform for them to share what is important and relevant to them. And I think it's super cool. I've never met anybody that's bored by what we have to say. I think we have a great message, and it's been super fulfilling and enjoyable sharing that with the school. So that's been definitely my favorite.
Well, and Josh, you've been such a wonderful voice, kind of putting us out there. So thank you.
That's great. I want to ask you now, how do you measure success in this project? How do you feel you want to measure it during this semester?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I think the number one thing, as Josh so well said, we really want to be known more at BYU. But realize I see more than that. I think that BYU is our number one, but we can also be a very positive voice. I just love the Marriott School values and the mission that we have of developing Christ-like leaders. And I feel like Marriott Student Review enables us to have that mission to the world. Like I said, we do have an international audience. And one of the reasons why they read us is because Marriott School has a special place in the world as a school of business that also has Christ-like values at the center. And so that is the foundation of who we are. That's the foundation of who we are as Marriott Student Review as well.
That's great. I'm really excited to see the results of this semester.
Well, and Josh, what do you think? How do you measure success?
I really have to echo what Dr. R said. I think just the opportunity that we have to see the influence that we have in the people we work with and in their lives. One of the incredible things about the Marriott Student Review is that if you write an article, you have a chance to become a published writer. And I think it's just little things like that really are steps in the right direction. And I think that's how I measure success. It's those little things that we're able to do that really add to the collective good. So I just think there's a lot of collective good here to be done at MSR, and it's super exciting.
So, here's the team. So now,
watch MSR! Yay!
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast do not necessarily reflect official policy or position of Brigham Young University or the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.